YouTube, what's going down? My name is Freezy, you can call me stupid, and today I've got sort of an old school YouTube video vlog sort of style video going on. I said video twice, fuck me, but we're only doing one take because fuck it. But yeah, I wanted to do like an old school vlog style sort of video because A, I really miss doing it, and two, I really just miss being able to talk to people like one-on-one, so this is just kind of like my way of doing it, so fuck it. And what I wanted to talk about today is kind of the hot topic on everyone's mind in the world, probably coronavirus, but more so how it's affecting me personally. And before I even go any further, I want to take this moment to thank all of the healthcare workers that are on the field, on the front lines doing their thing, and the essential workers that are providing for the people as well. You guys are literally on the front lines of this whole thing, and I literally can't imagine what it's like to go through what you're going through, so props to you guys, and I hope that everyone's doing well. But to segue off of that, that's actually the reason why I feel really bad for even feeling the way that I'm feeling, because I feel like I shouldn't be feeling this way, because I'm not a healthcare worker that's working around the clock to care for these patients. I'm also not a patient who's literally in danger right now, and I'm also not someone who's an essential worker that still has to go to work and put their bodies in line every day, and I'm also not a small business owner that's like struggling to sustain their business just because of how this is like, affecting our economy and our market. So for the longest time, my thoughts were always with them, because it's very important, and like they're the ones that are affected the most. But it took me literally almost a month to realize that just because I'm not someone who's affected by it the most doesn't mean that I'm not affected, and that doesn't mean I should invalidate my own feelings. And because of that, I chose to make this video to talk about it, because I just feel like it's really healthy for us to be vulnerable and just talk about how we're feeling. And frankly, I don't have a therapist, so technically speaking, you guys are my therapist, and I'm just gonna utilize you guys a lot more often from now on, so holla at your boy. But you know, I'm thankful that I'm not in a situation where I'm, you know, totally financially independent, because I would be fucked right now. But I did lose my internship, and I'm also very socially deprived, which I know is not the biggest problem ever. But as a creative who considers himself to be very extroverted, I feel as though emotionally I'm very much struggling right now. I realize that there's a lot of little things that are in our daily routine that we tend to overlook very often until we have it taken away from us. Little things such as walking from my house to the subway station, to take the subway, to go to class, and being able to see my professor and my classmates in class. I miss that. A lot of people, like, you know, complain about their commute and how much it takes time, but the time that I take on my commute is the time that I get to be in sunlight. It's the time that I get to like listen to a new podcast or listen to music to get myself excited and ready for the day, and then to go tackle the day, whether it be like a new project at work or a new exciting assignment in class. I don't have that anymore. I mean, not to say that it won't come back eventually, it's just right now, as for those of you who don't know, I was like living my absolute dream life with my internship. I wasn't making like racks of money or anything, but creatively, the projects that I was involved with, the ideas that were pitched, and just all the opportunities that were like given to me were incredible, and I felt like I was at the top, like the pinnacle of my career, you know what I mean? And not to say that I'm flexing on what I've been doing in my life, I promise that I'm not. It's just I really want to just let my feelings out there, that I felt like I went from the top of my life to just being way back to where I was before. You know, setbacks always happen eventually, and I totally understand that, but it's like one of those, you know, ripping the band-aid straight out of the wound ripping the band-aid shit out of the wound kind of thing, where it's like, damn, like I wasn't prepared for this, like emotionally, and I didn't really know how to process it, I guess, to the point where every day that I woke up ever since and this lockdown really started to take place in San Francisco, I feel like I wasn't motivated enough to be awake. I literally woke up, ate something, and wanted to go back to sleep because I didn't want to be awake, because I didn't feel creative, and I just didn't want to be awake anymore. And I know that sounds like really dark and depressing, but I don't know, dude. This is just how I'm feeling. Sorry. Despite all the atrocity, there have been some silver linings in this quarantine, though. I have literally reconnected with so many people that I have not talked to in a very, very long time, and it does feel really nice. The biggest excuse you'll hear whenever you want to catch up with somebody is like, oh, I'm busy, or oh, I don't have the time. Granted, some of us are still very busy. I am still very busy, but I definitely have a lot more time on my hands, and it's been very lovely being able to catch up with old friends that I haven't talked to in a really long time. And for anyone else that's like, and for anyone else that might be struggling creatively, socially, or whatever right now at this time that we're kind of in quarantine, if there's like one sort of advice that I can kind of give, it's to find a new daily routine. And what I mean by that is that, you know, on a day-by-day basis, everyone has this like sort of routine of rituals that you do to kind of like get your mind started for the day, right? It might be going to a certain coffee shop on your way to work because that's just what fuels you for the day. It might be taking a certain bus route to a certain block and walking from there while you're listening to a certain song, because that's, you know, there's like these little things things that we all just kind of do that makes our lives feel normal. And that's how it was with me too. And it took me a while, but then I realized that if I could just find myself a new daily routine, then that's exactly how I'm gonna get through this process. So right now, every single day, I have a Discord server. If anyone's interested in like joining, feel free to let me know. I hop on there every day. Even if there's no one in the voice channels, I'll just hop in one and I'll just kind of like chill there and wait while I'm working or something. And eventually my friends will like hop in, and then even if we're not playing anything, we're still there just talking with each other. And it just really cures that social deprivation that I had. Or if someone else is playing but I don't feel like playing, then like he'll live stream it to the server so I can watch him while he plays, while I'm doing work. There's also this like work/study group chat that I'm in where people just host Zoom calls as they're being productive and working, and you can just keep the Zoom call up, and you know, you don't have to talk or anything. Everyone's just kind of doing their work, but it's nice to see other people's faces while you're working, because it kind of feels like you're still, you know, as if like you were at a WeWork or at the office or at a coffee shop or something. It's not the same exact feeling as being amongst people, but it's still very similar enough so that, you know, you don't feel isolated or as isolated. But all that aside, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you've made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. I hope that you liked it as much as I did. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you follow my page and like this video, and leave a comment down below. Let me know how you've been dealing with this quarantine season. I hope that you've been doing well. But thank you again. I hope that everyone's doing well. Please stay at home, wash your hands, and practice social distancing unless you're an essential worker. And I actually have a really exciting new passion project that I want to announce to you guys as soon as it's ready to be announced, so stay tuned for that. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.